Hi, I'm Brenda and this is Sublimation with Ceramicraft. If you truly want to succeed in sublimation, then what you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. We'll keep you up to date with everything that there is going on in sublimation, new products and new techniques. Let's see what's next. So first of all, what I've done is I've attached my transfers to the glass beer stein. This is a 16 ounce, but it will also take a 20 ounce clear beer stein as well. This is one that I've done previously. Now what I did with this one, this is my test. So when I was testing times and temperatures, I applied quite a lot of tape on that side to keep it nice and lined up. And then one piece of tape on this side. What that allowed me to do is remove the wrap just to see how my press went, peel back the transfer and put it back down in the same place. Now when I did that, it meant that I could play around with times and temperatures and I wasn't losing blanks. Just a handy tip. Now what we do, beer stein upside down into the silicone wrap. We have this lid that goes into the groove in the silicone wrap. Leave the hose at the top because we connect that to a vacuum in the machine. With this one, be super careful. Around here, if you don't hold that nice and firm while the vacuum's taking place, then it won't apply the pressure and you won't get a good transfer. I'll show you what I mean. So the press is pretty much ready to go. So we're going to start playing around with the vacuum. It's set to 210 for the top element and 220 for the bottom element. The preset for this particular press is 720 seconds, but I've actually put it up to 800 seconds because I found it gave me a better print. Open up your heat press, use your hose, and there's a little piece of white pipe as well that fits to the inside of the machine. I'm going to place that over the white pipe. There we go. And I'm going to show you what happens when you apply the vacuum. So the vacuum button. Now you can see that it's not actually shrinking in around the beer stein. If I hold this here, it all shrinks around and the pressure is nice and even. Lay it down gently so you don't upset that little bit on the corner, and then you can close your press. Press start and you're on your way. So, removing the lid and then flip it over. And the stein will just drop out onto the table. Now, here we go. Very happy indeed. Now when using the steins, try not to use your fingernail on the glass because it's quite soft. I reckon that looks sensational. It's much better than my other one here where I made a bit of an error, and I'll show you why. So I applied the transfer to one side. I used the tape, multiple pieces, so that I could peel the transfer back and expose the design underneath without moving the font. So when I did that, I noticed here there is a little bit of a light patch over the A, and it sort of ran in a line down there. So I put it back in the heat press, put the transfer back on, back in the heat press. When I took it off, or went to take it off, I realized that there was a ridge in the paper. So it's really important when you apply a transfer to make sure that it is perfectly flat. I don't know if you can see that light patch there. That wasn't going to be helped by any adjusting in pressure or longer time. It really just needed me to iron out the crease in the paper and make sure it was sitting nice and flat. The other method that you can use with the beer steins is the coffee mug method, which is using your silicone wraps. So you apply that around just like you would on a mug, and you don't then need to use the vacuum sleeve. One other tip I will give you when pressing anything in the heat press, when it is not using the vacuum function, so this is the vacuum silicone, you put it into the insert at the top, you put a tray in the bottom, and then this is what creates the vacuum for your pressing. If you are using one of these molds or any of these, you need to take this silicone sheet out and just put the seal in. Leaving this in will actually affect your result. Hope that helps. Make sure you subscribe because you'll get some really useful tips. I look forward to seeing you again soon.